What's going on, everyone? Welcome to T3G. My name is Dalibor. Today is Wednesday, which means App Spotlight time. This is where we go into deep dives, sometimes overviews, sometimes reviews of all sorts of apps and software. Today, I tackle a second to biggest software fear, Inkscape. Coming up.
Come on.
Alright, let's go ahead and open up Inkscape and see what we can get done. Now, because this is not a photo editing software, I'm not going to do the same thing where I, create this week's thumbnail and then talk about my experience. I'm actually going to work on a logo that I've been working on and see what we can come up with. So we're just gonna plow through that real quick, and then I'll give you guys my feedback. Alright guys, I'm not really getting anywhere with this logo, but realistically, that's not what this is about. What this is about is checking out the software. And I will say, this is very, very deeply featured. The key is finding all the things. For instance, something simple like editing the properties of an object or a path that you've created. It's a little hard to find, but once I found the stroke and what is it called, the stroke and fill and stroke, that gives us the option. That gives us the options of editing the colors, editing the thickness, things like that, the way it connects. So all of these things that are usually just in like menus around the sides in Illustrator, that just it's just a little harder to find. Once you find it, it's all there. I would say getting into it is definitely a little tougher. Certain things are just harder. There's really no way around that. For instance, with the 3D modeling tool, that's cool and dandy, but the problem is it only creates cubes, as far as I can tell. I haven't really found any. Let's see, is there properties for this one? Object properties. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to do there. Yeah, so there's some limitations. If you're going to render 3D objects, why only make it one thing? I wanted a cylinder because I was trying to make a salt shaker. Wasn't able to do that. It's just little things. It's little things that make it a little more challenging, especially if you have experience in Illustrator. However, if you don't, I think if you pick this up, this is a great way to make vector graphics. The thing about vector graphics, if you're not aware, it allows them to scale to any size without loss of quality. That means that if you made a 8x10 poster, let's say for your business or for whatever, and you're like, oh, man, I really like this, but I really want to make it a 15-foot banner. You just create a new document, you make it a 15-foot banner, and you take the whole contents and stretch it out. And it will scale perfectly because everything essentially is being redrawn every time you scale it. That's what's beautiful about it. Now, the drawback can be that you don't always have access to certain things like object placement. If you place an image, you then get restricted because that image is always going to retain its size. So if you put in an 8x10 photo in the background of your 8x10 poster, that photo is not going to scale to 15 foot, that kind of thing. So there are restrictions, but that's just the nature of vector graphics. I think this software is really, really well done, especially for it being free and open source. I feel like the one time I've opened this in the past, it was way more difficult, or at least that's what I remember it to be like. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I was just stubborn back then. But yeah, overall, I think this is an excellent free solution and alternative to Adobe Illustrator. That's going to be it for this one. Appreciate you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing for this and other content just like this. We've got a bunch of different shows. Our schedule is in the top on the YouTube channel main page. Thank you very much again for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.